We all know NFL stars are rolling in cash. And some of the stuff these guys spend their money on is absolutely absurd. Most are things we could only dream of in our wildest dreams. Here are the stupidly expensive things NFL players own. First up is Tom Brady's iconic touchdown ball that he bought for over $500,000. Brady fired this iconic ball 55 yards to wide receiver Mike Evans against the Los Angeles Rams in the 2022 NFC Divisional Playoffs. The lucky fan who caught it after Evans flung it into the stands decided to put it up for auction. But this was a huge mistake on Evans' part, since he basically gave something that belonged to Brady to just some random guy in the stands. The fan was just about to put the ball up for auction when he suddenly realized he was too big of a fan to profit off something that rightfully belonged to Brady. Things came to a happy ending when the fan decided to return the valuable ball in exchange for 2 Tom Brady signed jerseys, a Tom Brady signed helmet, a Mike Evans signed jersey, and a pair of cleats. On top of that, he got $1,000 and free tickets for the 2021 and 2022 seasons. Let us know in the comments if you think this was a fair deal or if the fan should have stuck with the $500,000. Next we have Blake Martinez, who hasn't seemed to grow out of his Pokemon phase. And we don't blame him either, it's pretty nostalgic. But unlike most people, this NFL star has managed to make over $2.3 million just by trading Pokemon cards. Who would have thought, right? After having a pretty bad injury during one season, Martinez had a lot of time on his hands. And instead of just sitting around, he decided to turn his lifelong love of Pokemon into an investment strategy by aggressively buying and selling cards. On top of that, he has a great collection of super rare cards that he claims is also worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you thought this collection is absurd, you're definitely not ready for the next one. We weren't messing around when we said these guys are absolute ballers. If you love the world of NFL stars, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So Joe Hayden has a few cupboards, or closets, full of some of the coolest shoes out there. His collection features over 1,000 shoes, and most of them cost him a pretty penny. Some highlights include his impressive collection of Air Yeezys, South Beach LeBrons, Corks, and 2 of the most exclusive Air Jordan 7s in the Bin 23 and Miro. We're betting his collection is easily worth millions of dollars, and we sure are envious. Up next, we have Michael Vick, who made a rather fishy investment worth nearly $85,000. Vick clearly has a weird love for fish because he spent $85,000 on a gigantic fish pond for his house and an additional $48,000 for the landscaping. Not to mention the outrageous cost of purchasing and caring for all those fish, which was made much worse by the fact that Vick was already $3.5 million in debt, according to his bankruptcy records. At the time, Vick was basically on the verge of going to jail. He has financially recovered somewhat since then, but perhaps a little aquarium would be a better option next time. But Vick's little spree is nothing compared to Russell Wilson's $25 million mansion. So Russell recently purchased a stunning mansion for a jaw-dropping $25 million, and it's actually the most anyone's ever paid for a single-family home in Denver. So what does $25 million buy you in this economy? We're glad you asked. The mansion, which is situated in Cherry Hills Village, a Denver suburb, is on 5 acres and has more than 20,000 square feet of space. With that much space, you can fit quite a few unique features, which is exactly what Russell decided to do. It features a 2,590 square foot indoor pool in addition to a basketball court, a game room, and a theater. Such a huge property is outrageous to say the least, but hey, his kids are pretty lucky. Now if you thought that was insane, you're in for another shocker. And that is Darnell Dockett's pet alligator. Yeah, a dog is a pretty cute pet to have, but an alligator? Now that's a flex. Darnell is a pretty interesting dude. Some may even think he has a zoo at home or something with the number of exotic animals he owns. And here's the kicker, this guy actually owns 2 alligators. Each of them weighs around 500 pounds, and we're definitely curious about the transportation and all. But when you're an NFL star worth millions, spending a couple $1,000 on transporting alligators to your home shouldn't be a big deal. If that wasn't enough, Darnell also has a tiger cub as a pet. We really hope he has health insurance, because these are some pretty wild things to keep as pets. Up next is Tom Brady and his insanely expensive yachts. Now anyone would be lucky to have just one yacht to their name, but Brady isn't some regular guy. Tom Brady has owned some impressive boats in his lifetime, including a $6 million Wayhare 77 with opulent cabins, sea bobs, and a 400-mile range. In total, Brady has owned 2 luxury yachts, and their price tags will make you do a double take. Some time ago, a $2 million Wayhare 55S boat was his initial purchase, but that clearly wasn't enough for him. Now, Brady is unlocking his inner Florida man as he upgraded to the even more luxurious Wayhare 77. The yacht is worth more than $6 million and is a state-of-the-art super yacht which will be parked in Brady's $17 million mansion in Indian Creek Island. Unlike the Wayhare 55S, which could only accommodate 4 people, the Wayhare 77 can accommodate 9 people. Additionally, there is also room for 2 crew members on the new yacht. The stunner of a boat includes 3 bedrooms, a Beau Jr. suite with a double bed, a 16-foot 5-inch wide master suite in the middle, and a guest cabin on the port side with a queen size and a single bed. The yacht also has a sleek wood finished room below deck and a fully functional galley. On top of all that, the yacht has a design that is nothing less than a 5-star luxury hotel. The boat's biggest feature is its upper deck, which has sun loungers, sofas, a huge sitting area, and an al fresco dining space at the back. For some fun off the boat, the yacht is fitted with electric surfboards and diving gear. We were on the fence about the price, but with all of those features, we definitely think this one's worth the splurge. But you know what probably wasn't worth the splurge? It was when Bryant McKinney racked up a $100,000 bar tab. McKinney placed an order for 15 super expensive bottles of champagne at the NBA All-Star Kickoff Party in 2011. The party was sponsored by Rick Ross, but it seemed like McKinney was the one who ended up with the biggest bill. As the waitstaff escorted the bottles of champagne to McKinney's table, people stopped what they were doing to observe the insane display of bubbles. This whole ordeal made the headlines, and everyone was rightfully shocked. McKinney has denied that something like this ever happened, but it honestly isn't that hard to believe. Clearly, McKinney makes some stupid decisions when he's drunk, but that doesn't mean all NFL players spend their money without thinking. A great example is Aaron Rodgers, who invested in an NBA team. That's right, an NFL player actually has a stake in the world of basketball. Rodgers purchased a part of the Milwaukee Bucks, according to a 2018 announcement by the team. The Packers quarterback made NBA team ownership history by becoming the first active NFL player to acquire a small stake in basketball. So now, 1% of the Milwaukee Bucks are owned by Rodgers. That may seem like an insignificant amount at first glance, but guess what? The Bucks as a franchise are worth almost $2 billion. Rodgers definitely knew what he was putting his money into, and we gotta give it to him. It was a pretty smart move. And with that, today's video comes to a close. Which NFL player's purchase seems the most ludicrous to you? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.